Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black.
Start your show now. Press 1 to hear important instructions.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Tim Black. I am TimBlack.com.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
All right. What's up? How y'all doing? My people out there in YouTube, Periscope, and Facebook, how y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Welcome to the Tim Black at Night Show. I'm glad to have you all here in the house. I appreciate y'all. Give it up for yourselves being here. Might as well show yourself some love. You made it through another week. It ain't easy. Let me make sure we're actually streaming. Everybody can get this. My people on YouTube, are you getting it? They are getting it. Yeah. All right. We got the room full of usual suspects in the house tonight, and everybody's doing what they do. Guys, I'm trying to tell you right now, I'm pumped up, really. You know what I mean? Because I got a lot going on this weekend. So, I got bad news over here, bad news over there, horrific story over there. But, and you know what? You gotta have the ability to go, sometime. Just, It's not that you don't care. It's that you don't care right now. Like everybody needs a mental health day from this stuff, man. How do you explain, like, all of the fighting and arguing and all the beef? People need a break, man. Look, if you don't take a break, your body, your mind, it'll break on you. And let me tell you, it's probably a lot better for you to take a break before your mind breaks on you. You know what I mean? Because this stuff it'll eat you up. Oh, man, you'll just be a shell of yourself. You'll just be bones and temper, just bones, temper, emotions, and pissed off if you don't, come up for air every once in a while. I mean, even Aquaman had to take a break. Even Superman had to take a break. Sometimes he'd go back to the whatever planet and just chill on the iceberg or whatever, Alaska, wherever he was. The Alaska somewhere, the Antarctica, right? North Pole, South Pole, one of those poles, right? And he just chilled, because, it stresses you out. And I don't think everybody out there is really giving themselves, mental health time to, kind of wrap their head around this thing. Because, it's activist type people, people engaged in, online, oh, I hate you, Soros, Koch brothers, dark money, false flag. You losing it, man. And don't get me wrong, I understand, I sympathize with you. You know what I mean? Somebody said today, Tim, Tim, I really like what you do, but and I like the fact that you're not taking money from Soros and the Koch brothers, I call them Koch brothers. And she said that, Yeah, my lips dry, man. She said that, right? And I'm like, yo, because look, this is how bad it is. I had to send out a tweet today. Right? I had to send out a tweet that said, the Tim Black Show is not funded by the Koch brothers or Soros. It's funded by you. Please join us. Right? I had to send that tweet out. I had to send it. Because people start spreading rumors about you. I had to put it out, and some people are like, Tim, you ain't got to say that, man. We know who you are, man. You that Tim Black that we've always known. You just speak your mind or whatever on whatever topic, man. We know you're not bought and paid for. You know, and I'm like, my brother, man, brother, you know what's up. You know who I am. You know, I bring you into my home. You know, I'm not going to a fancy studio. I'm not saying I wouldn't go to a fancy studio. I'm just saying I don't go to one. So, like, I'm just, like, you know, being me and everything. So I appreciate you recognizing that the Kremlin ain't paying me. Neither are some other entities or whatever. But somebody responded, and I'm not going to put them on blast, but they was like, yo, I like the fact you don't take Koch money or you don't take Soros money, but you just fight too much with other people. And I'm really tired of the fighting. You know, like, no one prepares you for public life. Like, there's no starter kit. Like, there's no prep. There's no support group. There's no nothing. Like, if you started doing something and it got traction and people liked it and people start talking to you and people start retweeting you, and people start going, yeah, I like what you're talking about, I'm feeling you, or I hate you, or whatever they say, like you're not prepared for people to like you. And then you're not really prepared for people to come at you. And it takes a while, right, for you to really, like, okay, be able to deal with that. It's not normal. Do you understand? This is not normal. This is all new for, like, people. Like, we didn't have this online thing 20 years ago. So, you know, like nobody's perfect. People disagree. That's why I started off the show saying sometimes people need a mental health day. And sometimes people need mental health treatment. And sometimes they need a mental health week or weekend or month or something. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets frustrating. But I don't believe that there's any more fighting on the left than there is on the right. And you could say there is more on the left, maybe because people are more passionate on certain issues. Like, the right is kind of busy, like, deciding if they want Trump or if they're conservative enough. Like, maybe does the right argue over gun control? Like, I don't know. But, you know, if you're part of a group, you're going to feel that group has more problems than other groups, but it's only because you're in that group. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're there so you know the problems. You see them because you're there. But if you went to another group, you would think they won't fight. You would think nobody ever says bad things. You get over there, and it's like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. These guys are fighting over who is worse, you know, Jimmy Carter or Bill Clinton. You know, like, these guys are fighting over who was better, Ronald Reagan or George W. Bush. These guys are fighting over where's the best place to lynch black folks. You know, like, these guys are fighting over who's worse, Latinos or Mexicans, or are they the same? You know, they would be arguing over different things is what I'm saying. You just have to be on that side. You have to be on that side to know. Stop holding human beings to these high standards that are unattainable. It's unattainable to be perfect. You know, so what? You know, you tell somebody to go jump off a cliff. So what? Let's hope they don't do it. Let's hope they have sense not to go commit suicide because somebody online told them to go shove it up their ass. Like, let's hope people are resilient enough and it's not the end of the world. Like I've met some people in the real life. You know, that's one thing. Like, I'll say that. I met people in real life. I went out to places. Met people. I talked to people. I go out in the street and interview people and talk to people. I go to people. I've interviewed people in person. Dr. Jill Stein, Benjamin Jealous, John Mubaraka, Margaret Flowers. I interviewed these people in person. Met them more than once or twice. You know what I'm saying? And I met a lot of people, regular people, just people who are activists, people who go to stuff, people who fight. Like, I met these people. And when you meet people and it's positive, it's like, it's hard to hear people talk badly about them. You know, like, I met Nina Turner in person a number of times. You know what I'm saying? Like these are good people. No one's perfect. You know what I'm saying? No one's perfect. But, and another thing about the internet's hard is that it's hard knowing who's even real people. Like, if you don't ever come out to events, right? And you don't call up to the Tim Black show and go on the record and say, hey, I'm calling from XYZ Tim Black. Like, if you don't do stuff like that, sometimes it's even hard to know, is this person real? That's why I be telling people, man, and look, I'm trying to take my own advice, trust me. Because I can get pissed off too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can get pissed off too. Like, what? Motherfucker, you just what? What? Oh, what? For real? Huh? Hey, you know. But anyway, you know, we got a lot of stuff to deal with, man. You know? A lot of stuff to deal with. And it's like, you know, I want to say everybody just hold hands and kumbaya, but it's not that easy. People's nerves are frayed. And I don't mean afraid, I mean frayed. I mean rip, like you take a cloth and just rip it. The nerve endings are exposed and the world is just blown on it. All over the exposed nerves, just throwing water on it, ice cold water on it. Doing the ice bucket challenge on the exposed nerves, then pouring hot sauce on it. You know, people's nerves are burnt out. They're burnt out. And I understand why, man, because they're dealing with, like, issue after issue, standing rock. No, hold on, back up. From the 2016 closed polling places to, like, you know, knocked off voter rolls, to the WikiLeaks drop, to Guccifer, to, like, you know, to getting robbed, and the Bernie endorsed Hillary, and then, like, the Unity tour, like, I'm getting the timeline, I'm getting screwed up, but like the Unity tour, and then mass shooting, and then I don't know, the Trump dossier, then grab him by the punani, you know, and then Flint the whole time, and Standing Rock, then Puerto Rico, then like all these things, man, and so many things I'm leaving out. Then Chelsea Manning being released, or Chelsea Manning not being released, and then Julian Assange being locked up. Julian Assange still locked up. Like, all this is going on. And Colin Kaepernick taking the knee. Black Lives Matter, and D-Ray's a fraud, and then you know, like, it's like all this stuff in this, you know, transgender bathroom is like, and then like, it's like, dude, like, we're human. And we're dealing with this stuff. And it's hard. It's hard. Like, you know what most people... Hold on a second. Hold on. You know what most people do? You know what I'm saying? You know what most people do? Nothing. Nothing. They don't do nothing. They come home and they watch TV, they eat dinner, and they just put the kids to bed, or, you know, whatever. And I'm not taking anything from that. But they got enough stress in their day-to-day. Like the job, school calling. Your son did like this with his hand, and now we need to have a conference because he held his hand like this, and his hand can mysteriously turn into a gun. Don't you know that? You can't do this. There's a zero tolerance policy on your finger doing like this. Even if you're 6, you can't do like this because it's dangerous. If kids have nightmares, and maybe he'll come in with a real gun that does like this, even though guns don't do like this, or did he draw a picture of this, of a thing that looked like a gun? Like, that's enough. The car's down, no money for a tire, or like somebody need braces and insurance is high. I didn't even get in, like, so many things. Obamacare going away, like all the stuff, or the taxes, or the penalties, or the job going. Like, there's enough to go already. Regular people are going, and they don't read WikiLeaks. And they don't know shit about Benghazi or about Niger or none of it. They don't know nothing about the CIA, right? They don't know nothing about Jeff Sessions, Mueller, Russia being a lie. They don't know anything about this stuff. They don't know anything about the Clinton Foundation. And they're already stressed out. They're already stressed out. And they don't even track this stuff. Their biggest concern is, are they going to be able to DVR the new episode of Walking Dead? Or if they can get a Netflix account so they can go binge watch fucking Game of Thrones or House of Cards or Power or something else. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's the level, and they're just trying to plan, can they go to Disney World, or can the daughter not end up pregnant, or like all the other stuff, will the son not get shot on the way home, or no cop beat his ass or shoot him, like regular stuff. Regular stuff. That's regular stuff. And there's people stressed out, jumping off buildings, jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge, taking pills, getting hooked on opiates already. Already, y'all. Come on now. Come on. People are already screwed up. I'm just saying. And you had these people that cover these issues, all these issues I just listed, and there's so many more I left out. So many more I left out, yo. And you can't give them a little bit of like, you know what? You having a bad week. It's getting to you. You know, you got it bad. Because see, here goes something, man. And this is something, man, for real. Like, I know I got people now, it's like unsubscribing, unpatreon, and like no more, like they don't want to support my show no more or whatever. Listen, man, we should have a little bit more grace for one another because it's really tough. It really is. See, Rachel Maddow can handle it fine because she lies. Okay, Don Lemon, he's not beefing with Anderson Cooper publicly because he's got a clause in his contract said he can't. Probably. And also, he's fucking rich. What he's going to complain about? What are you going to get mad about? He's rich. He can go anywhere. Matt Lauer takes a helicopter to work. Yeah. He's not a shitty basement. Getting accused of Soros money and working with the Koch brothers and being paid by entities. He's getting paid. But we beat up on poor people. So what I'm saying is, when we cover these issues, and I'm speaking for everyone who's genuine, right? Like if you're genuine, like I know some people, but I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, all right? I'm not making this rant to go in on anyone, okay? All I'm saying is, if the people are genuine, like from the heart, like real, like true, like when you cover these stories, these issues, these catastrophes, these horrific events, this betrayal of justice, the theft of democracy, and all this shit, when you cover it from here, like down here, like when you cover it from there and you really mean it, when you're not getting paid to do it, you just do it because and you're like reading all this, you and all this all the time, when you're doing that, when you're doing that, when you cover Tamir Rice to Eric Garner to John Crawford to Fidel Castro to Sandra Bland to like, and the list just keeps going. It's goddamn, man, this, come on, just keeps spinning and spinning through all these names. It takes something out of you. It takes something out of you. And so all I'm saying is, if the people are genuine, give them a little slack. You know what I'm saying? Cut them a little slack because it's harder than you think. And it's harder to like take public criticism than you think. It's harder to ever change, like, to like have a focus, and then sometimes like as you grow, your focus changes or what you believe may change because you keep reading stuff and getting more information, and it just affects you. And then you got real life stuff that changes. People have babies. Parents go into nursing homes. Some parents die. Spouses die. Friends die. Dogs die. Cats die. Like all these things happen. People lose their homes. People lose their transportation. People lose their friends. That happens. And in the regular world, just dealing with regular stuff is enough for people to go, well, looks like Bob's got it bad this week. Or, damn, Tony, man, let me take you out for a drink, man. Damn, man, you got it bad, old man. I'm on my way to come get you, man. I'm going to come pick you up. I'm taking you out. Nah, man, don't give me no. Tell your lady, I got you. I'm taking you out. Don't put your hand in your wallet. None of that. I got you. I'm bringing you out. You going with me. And that's just regular people stuff. That's not feeling like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. And gosh, this Venezuela is so heavy. Venezuela, oh, Puerto Rico, oh, God, it's so heavy to carry Puerto Rico. I was trying to carry Flint, and I was trying to carry Texas, and I was trying to carry Chicago, and I'm trying to, and now they throwing Chile on me, they throwing Syria and Afghanistan, they throwing all of them on me, and Niger, I didn't even know we were in Niger. How the fuck did we get in Niger? I get Niger, I didn't know we were in Niger. The fuck? It gets much. It becomes a lot. And we got, to top it all off, we got tiki lamps and shit. People going, it's not a big deal, it's just tiki lamps. People talking about you mud people. It doesn't matter, it's a big distraction. Why would you care about people, you know, getting popular off preaching hate of you? You know, are we in that much of a bubble where you don't understand what people would be upset about? People like, this has been going on for centuries. It's not just them, it's been going on for centuries. They give it a new name. We're going to call it something else. I'm the identitarian, and let's name it something else so it can get more funding. Let's change it from Black and Latinos aren't human to the National Policy Institute. Well, that sounds good to me. Well, let's give to it like you give to the Red Cross. And I don't know, man. I just think we just need to do a better job. So, you know, and it's like regular stuff is hard enough. A woman is more likely to be killed by a man that she knows than breast cancer. Like, this is regular shit. Not drones, not I don't know, not mass shooters, just guys she knows. This is regular life. Regular life sucks. It's dangerous. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to say. And we forget people got regular lives too that suck or that are trying or challenging. And very few people are going to stay one way the whole time. And I just think we just need to, you know, just everybody, you know, just, you know, roll something up if you got it. You know what I'm saying? Just roll it up. If you don't roll, get somebody to roll it for you. Or if you like wine, drink some wine. Or if you're into meditation, or if you like making love to your partner, whatever, go do that. Cut on some, you know, some Lou Rawls. You'll never find a love quite like mine. Someone that loves you like I do. And I'm not going to keep singing, but like whatever, man. Because we all need mental health breaks. We do. We all need them. We got to have them. And if you don't give yourself one, then you may break down. And I like you the way you are, even if I don't like you. Even if I don't know you. You know, like, I don't want you to change. We can have different opinions. We can see things differently. It's okay. You know what I mean? We can have different opinions. As long as you're not coming from a place of hate and destruction and toxicity and, you know, devastate the world, scour the earth, carpet bomb, you know, everyone. And just like, as long as you're not coming from that place, I'm good with you, you know? I'm good with you. That's what I think, man. A friend of mine named Nessa sent me these great candles, right? I don't know if you can see this. This is, I hope you can. This is a cornbread candle, right? And I'm going to tell you something, guys. Nessa made me this candle. She brought it to me in Philly. And it was so real looking. I didn't know it was a candle. I thought the woman baked me cornbread. I didn't know. I thought it was cornbread. I was like, wow, this is great. You baked me cornbread and you brought it to me all the way in Philadelphia at the DNC, at the protest of the DNC, you know, when we were there fighting for that, you know, burning a bus, all that stuff. And I was just like, wow, but I can't eat nobody else's cooking. Like, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I don't eat people potato salad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. But I didn't know it was a candle because it's so damn realistic. All right? It's so realistic. Look at that. You see the butter in that? You see the pad of butter in there? See what I'm saying? All right, so Nessa gave me this. She said, Tim, you can do what you want to do. You can promote them, you can sell them. But she only sent me 5 of them. One of them is already taken. But I have 4 candles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put together a kit, all right? It's going to have a Tim Black cornbread candle with cornbread scent, all right? And we're going to do some buttons, some Tim Black show buttons. We're going to do some stickers. I got like a whole bag of stuff, right? A whole bag of stuff I want to send out, right? Right? And like Tim Black show sticker, see that? Bam! Some of those. And I'm also going to autograph a picture. I mean, look, it took me a long time to do like pictures because I'm like, who want to, you know, like you're not prepared for anybody who wants your picture. It's like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know, you guys have your own, like, you know, personal things you're not too happy about yourself. You know, like, I wish I was taller. I wish my teeth were cleaner. I wish my chin was straighter. I wish my nose was smaller. Or I wish I had hair. Or I wish something. You know, wish I lost 20 pounds or 40 pounds or 10 pounds or gained 10 pounds or 20. Like, whatever, right? So, like, it's hard to wrap your head around. But, yeah, I'm going to put a picture with a signed autograph on it. And I'm going to send those out, right? I'm going to send those out. And I'm just trying to support the channel. So if you want one of those Tim Black cornbread kits, right? Hit me up. Email me at tim@timblacktv.com, okay? Do that, okay? And it's going to be, you know, it's not going to be a lot of money, but I'm just trying to raise money for the show. And I want to thank Nessa again for providing this. Like I said, I only got 4 of them. But I gotta go to a gig in Philly. So I gotta do a comedy show in Philly tomorrow. So yeah, that's what I gotta do. There with Lee Camp, Chris Mohan, and we're gonna kick some ass, man. Look, guys, I love you guys and thank you for being here. You know tonight is Freedom Friday. Give it up for Freedom Friday. Woo! Freedom Friday. I got all these like stories, but I'll save them, man. You know, because like I can get to stories anytime. I want to get to phone calls. I want to hear what you have to say. Freedom Friday is important, so call up. 319-527-6212. The phone number, I finally put it up on the screen again. Back in the day, I used to have it on the screen all the time. I don't know why I was slipping. You know, you one man showing it, sometimes you forget, you know, to put stuff up. So go ahead and call up to the show. I got some people in queue now. Call up, 319-527-6212. You get 5 minutes max, okay? Because we want to get as many people in as possible. Hopefully people are coming back to the show or tuning into the show and want to call up. So let's do that, man. Let me grab my water and we'll go to the show.
Tim Black. Tim Black. Tim Black. Yes, I am.
All right, so let's go to the first call, y'all. I have an 863 number in his house. 863, you're live, Freedom Friday. Who's this?
Hey there, Tim. It's Josh Deese. How's it going?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
I'm great. You know, first of all, I just want to say thank you for all that you do. You know, you're one of the many unsung heroes of our day.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Certainly. So I'm from the Washington, D.C. area. I'm a college student, and I just want to make an announcement. We are having an End DNC Fraud rally this upcoming Tuesday, October 24th at 11:30 a.m. We're going to be right on Capitol Hill in front of the DNC headquarters. We're having a press conference, and we're unveiling the plaintiffs and legal counsel of a new lawsuit against the DNC, and we're representing Democratic voters who were defrauded during the 2016 primaries. You know, it's crazy, all this stuff that's going on, that the DNC violated their charter, Article 5, Section 4, where they were not even handed in their primaries. You know, there's millions of dollars that were wasted, thousands of hours that were squandered, and, you know, so many voters felt that the DNC was operating in good faith. They felt that they were going to be impartial, and, you know, it's a shame. The DNC essentially silenced voters. It's essentially voter disenfranchisement mixed with cronyism, and it's not right. You know, you're talking about Soros and the Koch brothers. That's what it is. It's cronyism right in the DNC. And now we have Donna Brazil. You know, she passed on the CNN debate questions over to the Hillary campaign against Bernie, and now she's being recommended to the Rules Committee for the DNC, and then all of the misleading that Debbie Wasserman Schultz did. And we have all these WikiLeaks emails from Guccifer and Julian Assange that demonstrate this. And, you know, we need as much support as we can get. It's a 45-minute event, and we need as many folks as we can get from the DMV to come show up for this press conference to show them that this isn't right, and it's not going to go without consequence. And not only that, but this cheating nonsense cost us the election. And, you know, people want to blame it on us, the Bernie voters. It's just not right. So if you go on Facebook, we have, if you look up the NDNC Fraud Rally, you can see our event page and our videos. And, you know, we need as much support as we can get. We need as many people as we can get there. It's a 45-minute event, and we're going to do our best to end this DNC fraud and make sure that they're held accountable.
I hear you, my brother. I hear you. What's the date of that event again?
It is Tuesday, October 24th. This upcoming Tuesday, it starts at 11:30 a.m. It's going to be 45 minutes. It's at 430 South Capitol Street Southeast. We're going to be right in front of the DNC committee headquarters. We're going to have updates and such every day on our Facebook event. Again, for the listeners out there, if you look up End DNC Fraud Rally, it's going to be right there for you. We're going to have all these updates, and, you know, we're really hoping it's going to be a great event.
All right, man. Well, look, you said Doug, right?
Josh.
Josh. Okay, yes, Josh. Give it up for Josh, man. Josh, he hit me up. Thank you, Josh. I appreciate it. Josh hit me up on Facebook about this event, and I told him to call in, and he was the first call in the queue. So that shows how serious he is. And, you know, look, Josh, man. In fact, I'm very invested in the DNC fraud lawsuit. I consider Elizabeth Beck, Nico House, Jared Beck to be friends, and also all the people that voted for Bernie Sanders and had no idea what was in store for them, right? So, of course. And we have a rally set up as well that's occurring in, I think it's November 12th. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's in November. So anyway, Josh, thank you once again for calling up. And it's the End DNC Fraud Rally. End DNC Fraud Rally. Guys, go find it on Facebook. Josh is serious. He followed right up. He got right on it, and I appreciate that. And that's what I'm talking about. When you got an event going on issue, call up. Get in line quick, like Josh, man. Get it out there. So give it up for Josh, yo. Because, you know, sometimes, it's just sometimes like people, you know, I think they don't want to be on the spot, you know, but call up, man. And don't worry about it. You ain't got to sound like a radio announcer. I don't. You know what I'm saying? All right. Let me go to the next one. 562. 562, you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from? Is that Marvin? I can't hear you, breaking up pretty good, my brother. I hope it's just your phone, like the connection's bad.
Hello?
There
Hello?
you go. You in there now. What's up, man?
Oh, man, I'm sorry about that. Ooh, I was hoping you weren't going to hang up on me.
Nah.
My man Tim Black, what's up? This is Marvin from California. How you doing tonight?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Well, I'm great. I'm great. To your first caller, Josh, I wish you well at the rally. Unfortunately, I live in California, so I ain't got the money to make a trip like that quick, but I wish you the best. Tim, only thing I'm going to say about the thing with you and HA is, yo, things change. We all get older and we do different things. I'm just saying that in general. I don't really, on a personal level, I don't really care to know the reason why. In addition to what you already put out, that's good enough for me. And to the Wolfpack out there, or potential Wolfpack, or a casual listener, I'm not a paid. Tim don't pay me. I live in California. Tim is on the East Coast. I've never met the brother, but I support the brother with everything he says. What he was saying in his monologue was right too. You can't stay up on Twitter every single day or Facebook every single day at the same time outside of work or whatever you do during the day. At the same time, you're filling your head with CNBC and MSNBC and all them other stuff. It's going to drive you crazy. Personally, Tim, for the last couple of weeks, my Twitter presence, I've been way low. I haven't even watched any videos of any of the Jimmy Dore's, yours. Not that I'm not supporting you. It's just I need to clear my mind. I need to clear my head. I got kids in school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to help out with homework and stuff. I don't want to be trying to, divide some fractions and then I go off, because of something in my mind that, that I saw on Twitter, you know what I'm saying? Some stupid little virtual argument. It's not even real life. So if you like the source, if you like how it's, this is just to anybody that have to listen. If you like the source, if you like the heart that's put into it, support them. If there's things you don't agree with, that's life. There's always going to be something you ain't going to agree with. Don't watch the video or watch it at another time when you think you can handle it emotionally. You know what I'm saying? But when you have, 6 corporations that own all of the news outlets in this country, and you got people that's willing to put, to do their thing. Tim Black is not the only one, but this is Tim Black Show, and this is Tim Black Calling, so it's about Tim Black right now. Tim Black's not the only one who does this, though. People put their lives on hold, or, it's a dream that they want to do, and they give up everything else and, leave cushy jobs and whatnot. You mentioned Jared and Elizabeth. Yep. And I remember from the first time that you interviewed them, they said that they used to be corporate lawyers making big money, but it got to be where they was like, you know what I'm saying? My heart, this is fucking this is messing my heart up, you know what I'm saying? Because we see how these corporations is doing people. Tim Black ain't no corporation. He ain't owned by Soros. Didn't he say that?
Yep.
Yo, you take it or however you leave it. But Tim, I got your back always with the Patreon and all that. You keep doing you. You're always going to have haters. You know that, and I'm not trying to preach. You know there's always going to be a hater here and there. You do you, and you keep making the best product out there. Peace out.
My brother Marvin. Hey, look, man, I love how you started it off talking about why you haven't been engaged lately, man. Like, I get that totally, bro. That's what I was talking about. You got kids. You got life. You know what I'm saying? You got stuff going on. I understand that totally, man. Let's give each other that room to deal with that type of stuff and whatever's going on. And I'm just saying, I just feel like it's getting real toxic. And I'm not saying I'm blameless, but I try to hit back, not hit. I try to only hit back, not hit. So that's what I try to do. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, all right, brother. I thank you, Marvin. I appreciate you, man. No doubt. Next call, I got a 205 number in the house. You're live on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, it's Stephanie from Tennessee.
Stephanie, what's up, sis? How you doing?
Hey, I'm okay. I just got back from like a long trip from different states, moving around, and I'm finally back at home and able to call in and not be interrupted by anything. So I'm kind of excited. But it's like, yay, Freedom Friday again. I've been catching up. So I found out about the whole thing with UNH and people trying to, well, I want to be careful what I say, because earlier I just said my truth, how I felt, and somebody accused me of like bold-faced lying and trying to start drama. But really I was trying to point out what I thought was somebody else who starts drama. So I'll just say there are some people who I think they intentionally stir things up. So if you have more haters than usual, yeah, I'd question like if some of them are possibly paid actors or something, especially with like there being a history of CIA trying to break up leftist movements and stuff for anyone who even leans left. But some other people may just be protective of other people they care about and stuff. So I'm not sure what to think of you and HA parting ways, because in some ways I think it might be good, because I was having some trouble following some of HA's points, but I didn't want to like be in a bubble myself. Like I wanted to hear opposing views, but I was just like, I don't quite understand his logic behind that. But I still respect him. I still have him on Twitter. So I get it that like you guys are kind of like very different opinions. Now I kind of lean more towards how you feel about things. But every once in a while, HA will do a very thorough review of something. I'll be like, yeah, he makes a really good point there. Most of the time, I'm just like, I'm just going to watch Tim on this one. So on that, I'm kind of still adjusting to that because I just found out about a bunch of things. But how are you doing, Tim?
I'm doing fine. The monologue wasn't totally about me. It was just about what I see. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, like, it's not just me, And I've been on, like, I got into arguments with people in the past, and I kind of, like, want to mend, like, I want to let that stuff go. You know what I mean? And I'm just trying to remind people that people are people, That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry to go on a long rant, because it's been a while since I called in the show because I've been traveling, and I kept saying like, oh, I'm going to call from this place and call from that place. And it was a lot harder when it's like I'm not on a schedule of like working from home office to like find a way to call in kind of thing. So I'm catching up now. I'm excited. I talked to Momo about some things with T-shirts and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I just realized that was you. I just realized that was you, Steph, because I was looking for the other Carmen Steffiago. I didn't know that was
me.
you. Right.
That's me. Yes. Oh God, what was I just about to tell you? Oh, I had a question for you.
Okay.
I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm not looking in the right place, but I saw that you guys are doing a show in Richmond, Virginia, and my sister's there, so I'm kind of interested in actually going to a live show. How much are the tickets?
You know what? I have no idea. But they start like around $12 though. Like that's like the lowest ticket. And I think the highest is like $20, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
LeeCamp.com.
If I take a trip, I have to budget it.
Yeah. LeeCamp.com.
It's on Lee Camp's site. That's why I looked on your site. I didn't see it. All right, I'll check out his site then.
Yeah.
There's a lot of topics I want to talk on, but I don't want to go over my 5 minutes. So I just wanted to ask that and say, hey, I'm back, and I'll call in next week with more. Oh, also, Pompey's a maniac, and watch out for him. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I know that you brought up the CIA thing, but, like, he's gone on a total rampage. But the good part of that is that since he's threatening WikiLeaks that he's, like, going to go after him, like, pretty much any attack, any enemy of WikiLeaks or Julian has, people will assume it's Pompey. And he was going on some PR job for trying to make the CIA look good when everybody knows that they're completely corrupt right now and need to be reined in. So I think he may have just dug his own grave because now people are going to be really suspicious of the CIA. Anytime the press is attacked, they're going to be like, oh, it's Pompey again. Like, I don't know what he's doing, throwing out threats about attacking publishers or getting them or trying to change laws to make it harder for publishers. It makes the CIA look really bad, and the CIA already looks really bad. So I was just kind of like, but also laughing because, I don't know, it just seems like a really bad strategy to just go out there and be like, we're going to destroy anyone who says stuff about us. Like,
Right.
if that's not something that's going to turn the American people against you, I don't know what is. That's it. That's all I got to say right now.
Hey, look, I appreciate it, and thank you with the Popeye, the substitution of Popeye. I was like, Popeye, oh yeah, I know exactly who you talk about. You mean Granny from Beverly Hillbillies? Exactly, Tim Black. Granny from Beverly Hillbillies. Shooting at some food. That guy. Thank you so much. 804? Oh, 864. Let me go to 864 first. That's at the top of the queue. 864, you're live, Freedom Friday.
Good evening, it's me, Spencer. Do you remember the last time we called on July 7th, 2017?
Yes,
Hello again,
I
Tim.
do. I absolutely do, my brother. I've only done 80 shows since then. What's up, man? Tell me.
I'm doing all right. I want to talk about some few issues. Had you heard about the controversial firing of Dusty Baker from the Washington Nationals?
I saw it trending. What's up with it, man?
I think Ted Lerner made a bad decision firing Dusty Baker. Ted Lerner is a racist. Just like that San Antonio coach said about Donald Trump, Ted Lerner is a soulless coward. Who's also a soulless coward? Disgraced YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki. Susan Wojcicki ruined YouTube, and the corruption at YouTube needs to stop. False flagging needs to stop. And too many innocent YouTubers' channels being wrongfully terminated. The corruption has to stop. It's time to make YouTube great again. I think the Washington Nationals should reconsider and rehire Dusty Baker. And, of course, another subject. Today is Snoop Dogg's 46th birthday. Happy birthday, Snoop Dogg. I still love your music because he is real music. Well, how's everything doing?
Good, my brother, good.
And, of course, no sellouts is not the same after you and HJ split. It's not the same. It's like the news hour after Robert McNeil retired, and then Jim Lehrer retired.
Wow.
And of course, have you heard about what happened in Corpus Christi, Texas, where that cop killed an innocent man by the name of DuBois Lister?
No.
Yeah, I can't stand innocent folks getting killed by race warriors. Race warriors don't deserve to be police officers. It's time to restore common sense and bring back diversity in America. And, of course, Donald Trump is a joke. I can't stand Donald Trump. I can't stand Mike Pence either. And, of course, I heard about Tariq Nasheed's movie 1804. Had you heard about it yet?
Yes.
Yeah. And guess what? Tariq Nasheed retweeted one of my tweets on Twitter about me thinking about buying that movie on DVD when it comes out.
Cool.
And, of course, Tariq Nasheed, the dude who produced the 1804 movie. You know, he does that Crispy Show puppet. Had you heard about it?
God damn. Yeah, I heard about it, man. Yes.
Yeah. What up, everybody? It's Crispy. Everybody? I can do a good Crispy impersonation. And, of course, Tariq Nasheed, if you're watching, I hope you enjoyed my impersonation. And, of course, diversity matters. That's common sense. The new normal is not common sense. Love wins in America and the whole wide world. And, of course, the world will not end tomorrow. Sorry, David Meade. Well, I enjoy your show, Tim Black.
I enjoy your call, Spencer.
And one more.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
You too, man. Thank you so much, man. Wow, what an entertaining call. What an entertaining call, my brother. Yeah, that's all right, man. That's all right. I love it. Oh, God. He did the crispy. Oh, God. That puppet, man. Like, I disagree with a lot of stuff Tariq says, right? But that crispy imitation, man, it's classic. It's fucking classic. All right, I'm going to go next. Oh, God. 804. Thank you for holding on, 804. You're live on Freedom Friday.
Of course, I'm live on Freedom Friday. I'm always going to be live on Freedom Friday. I'm just picking with you. It's Montague, man.
What's up, my brother?
Hey, man, I just wanted to kind of reiterate the points that you were making earlier about everybody needing to take a break from it. And that's especially true when it comes to us progressive activists, whether or if you're basically if you are left leaning in any way, shape, or form whatsoever, you have to take a break from all of this stuff, because there are people who have committed suicide because they felt that they were not being supported by their own community. And and when you look at the fact that a lot of us don't have the financial resources like Richard Spencer does, where they got millions of dollars funding their campaigns, you'll see why people, because there are activists that they wind up going broke, bankrupt, what have you. They will exhaust every last one of their resources to try to do something to make their communities better, but most of the time they won't get any support for it. And so one of the things we have to do, like as progressives, as socialists, whatever you want to call yourselves, if anybody on the left, we are all we got. We got to start sticking up for each other. We have to start supporting each other in our struggles for justice and liberation. But yes, it is important that you take those mental health days whenever you can. It's important that you take those times to recoup and get yourself together. But at the same time, don't just drop yourself out of the shadows and just stay gone. Pass on your information, all your knowledge that you've built up over your activism. Pass that knowledge on to somebody that's ready to continue the work. That's important for us to remember. Pass on, as they say, reach one, teach one about the work, and keep that going. And so that when you are able to return back to the work, the person that you pass it on to can bring that information back to you, and you can continue where you left off as if nothing happened. So like I said, it's important that everybody takes those mental health days off. Take time. If you're going to take time off, pass the baton on to somebody else that's ready, and continue to support anybody that's fighting for true progressive or left-leaning causes. We are all we got. We have to support one another in order for us to have any chance at justice and liberation. If we do not, then we will continue to fall on our face, probably more so than the Democrat Party already has. That's about it.
Oh, okay, brother. I didn't know, man. Well, thank you, Montague, for your call, my friend. You know it, my brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. Gosh, and, yeah, man. It's nothing. I'm really sorry to hear about people committing suicide behind feeling lack of support. I'll tell you this: like, no one is guaranteed anything, right? And I know it's frustrating, right? When you're putting your all in and you're not feeling like you're getting the returns on all your work. I want to just encourage anybody out there who's doing a blog or a vlog or art or whatever. Like if you're putting your heart and soul into your work, I would just want to suggest something I had to do. I had to look at what I was doing and making sure I was doing the absolute best product I could do. And that answer is always going to be no, right? Like, I don't care who you are. If you care about your work, you care about what you put out, it's not reaching enough audience, always think, am I doing it the best way? Am I doing the best work I can do? Am I doing my best to spread the word? Am I marketing it? Am I sharing it enough? Like, am I doing it? And look, I'm guilty as hell. Like, do you know I have almost 3,000 videos on YouTube? I'm supposed to be promoting more than I am creating. I have 3,000 videos on YouTube. I probably have a video for any type of situation that will ever come up. 3,000. So but I don't promote enough. I just don't. So think about that. Think about that and just keep at it. But, but also think about my points, because you can keep at it, but you're not promoting yourself, or you can keep at it and you're not like raising your game, but you're keeping at it. So like, it's a lot. It is. But it beats, like, I looked at it like it was better than me sit back going, I'm not making it because of these people. Or these people are shutting me down. That's power. They taking all the power from me when I point at other people, and when I start focusing on increasing my game, when I start focusing on how I do business, like how do I promote, then I got power back, and I'm back in the driver's seat. So that's just a little something from Tim Black. If you can use it, use it. If you can't use it, throw the rest away. Use what you can use and throw the rest away. Next call. 910, you're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from? Hello.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
Hey, how's it going, Mr. Black? How's your day treating you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I can't complain, and if I did, no one would listen.
I'd listen, brother.
All right. Well, the main thing I want to talk about is Trump doesn't need any help looking the fool. He can do that all by himself. All right? Now, I was raised Republican, and after my time in the military, after Baghdad in 2006, I slowly became a Democrat, and then after the election, I became an independent. The Democratic personnel, the followers, they seem dead set on giving Republicans a knife to stab them in the midterm. They share stories that can be disproved with 3 seconds of video. 3 seconds. First example is the Polish First Lady did not wanting to shake Donald Trump's hand. It's an etiquette problem that the First Lady shakes hands and then they shake the President's hand. But they put it all on YouTube, and it's like, hey, the Polish First Lady wouldn't shake Donald Trump's hand. But you add 3 seconds of video, hey, she shook his hand. Then you have that little boy in the wheelchair, right? Donald Trump didn't want to shake his hand. Donald Trump's this evil goon. But you find out the boy's autistic, and he was trying to show him a little toy badge that the Secret Service had given him. So that wasn't the deal. And then the last one was that picture that circulated where everyone has their hand over their heart and Donald Trump didn't have his hand over his heart. If you watch the video, he was just the last one to put his hand on his heart. But if you're good at timing and you can take a good video, guess what? You make Trump look like a buffoon. But the thing is, he doesn't need any help. You have people like Mark Dice. Have you heard of that guy?
Yeah.
He's got about 1 million followers, and his whole thing is taking these little stupid videos that people twist and just holding it up saying, here, see? The Democrats are a bunch of liars. They lied here, they lied here, they lied here. So you don't have to help Trump look stupid. He can do that all by himself. You don't need to make stuff up. So when it comes time to the general election, they're just going to look like a bunch of buffoons because they can prove that, hey, these guys lied on this, this, and this. Now, here's the thing about the Republicans. They will take one story and use it to represent the entire population. Now, an example is just recently a transgender man raped a 10-year-old girl in a bathroom. Now, that is going to be front page all over all conservative sites that say, hey, this one transgender man out of, 3 or 5 million did this one thing. So that one man represents these 3 to 5 million. And that's what the Republicans are really good at. So my main thing is, if you know a story is fake, don't share it, because the Republicans will drive that knife in the midterms and the general election. That's all I got to say, Mr. Black.
Hey, man, you said a lot, and I appreciate it. I do. That's right on target. Right on target, my friend. I will add this, though. A lot of times people share stuff they do not fact check. And I've made mistakes, too. I've made mistakes. I've tweeted out an article, and someone will say, "Tim, no," and it sucks when you're wrong, right? But if you're wrong, delete it, and I do, and I hate deleting tweets. I really hate deleting tweets, man, because I don't want people to think I'm running from something. If I made a mistake, I'd rather keep it out there. But I've learned, man, that, you know, sometimes, having a little problem here, sometimes you got to delete it, man, if you find out. So if you find out what you put out isn't accurate, just delete it. Just delete it. That's it, man. And I think a lot of us need to fact check better. Like I said, I'm not pointing fingers at any one person. It happens. You see something, you're like, oh my goodness. Sometimes you see something and it's like, oh God, let me share this before you read it. And like I've had sources that I like and I've retweeted them and then I read it and then I'm like, oh man. Oh. So, and then like recently I retweeted something or I tweeted something out that had someone's Facebook. They were tagged. It was a picture of a screenshot, and it had it was like a bunch of words, right? And then it was like someone was tagged in it on their personal Facebook account. Of course, I had no way of knowing it was a personal Facebook account. Of course, I'm thinking most people wouldn't pay attention to it. Like, they're not the focus of the picture. But they were really upset, and they sent like all these people at me. You doxed this person. You did this. You did that. You know, I'm like, God, like that. You know, that wasn't intentional. Like, but I apologize at the end of the day because it's like if it bothers you that much that I did that, even though we both know I didn't mean to because I don't know you, then I apologize. Of course, it hasn't been accepted, but for the record, I did apologize for that. So things happen online. You online, you have no fucking privacy anyway. None, okay? Forget that. If you wanted privacy, you probably wouldn't be online or you'd be on Gab, or I use DuckDuckGo now. So I use DuckDuckGo, by the way, and they're no way sponsoring this at all, but like Lee Camp and I have both been talking about getting away from Google due to all the censorship and promoting boycotting of Google search. So DuckDuckGo, guys. All right. All right. Next number, 770. You're live, Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
What's up, Tim Black?
Hey, man. What's up, Dave? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. Make YouTube great again, dude. I don't know who said that, but that had me cracking up. Look, man, I ran across a story that someone shared with me on Facebook about the FBI that it didn't really have me livid or angry, although I am angry, but it's so insane that I had to call today and share it with everybody, especially seeing how you were just talking about this yesterday with Richard Spencer and all. I mean, just wow, man. You know, it involves like the Ku Klux Klan and the Nazi Party and their followers here in America. And, I mean, if you want to talk about an extreme group, you don't have to go any further than those two. I mean, all white people are not bad people, but these white people are evil. I don't want to mix words. They are evil. They are disgusting. They have no place here in America. They are free, but they are disgusting. Everything about them, Tim. I mean, what they're doing, how they're doing it, why, where, every aspect of every part of their ideology is extreme in the most expressive way. You know, there are plenty of reasons to preserve genetic origins from each race, for genetic diversity, for breeding. There are so many intelligent things on this earth to stand behind, but what they stand for is just terrible, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For thousands of years, these people have killed, or thousands of years, for 100 years, they've killed blacks, raped blacks. I mean, they're just disgusting. Nazis killed people. I mean, there was a world war, Tim. The entire planet had to unite to stop these people. And they are on the streets of America singing. I mean, yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, or not yesterday, or this week, 3 people after a Richard Spencer rally were screaming Heil Hitler and murdered some dude, and they are in custody, arrested now. So this is not like some past threat. The Ku Klux Klan are still here. I don't know what Trump was talking about. This is the calm before the storm, but him and his FBI are racist. He is vile, man. And all this hate Trump has got people not paying attention to policy and the stuff that actually affects them. Just got them hating one another. So with that in mind, I just want to paint a picture of just how evil these people are. They think they're better than blacks. They think they're better than everybody. They want to dominate the planet. You know what I'm saying, Tim? There's no doubt or question mark about what they represent. And with that in mind, I wanted to read this story, and I'll get out of here, okay?
Sure.
As white supremacists prepared to descend on Charlottesville, Virginia, in Augusta, the FBI warned about a new movement that was violent, growing, and racially motivated. Only it wasn't white supremacists, of course. It was black identity extremists, BTIs. Amid a rancorous debate over whether Trump administration has downplayed the threat posed by white supremacy groups, the FBI's counterterrorism division has declared that black identity extremists pose a growing threat of premeditated violence against law enforcement, right? They make it sound so, so great, like they're actually doing something, okay? But it's complete bullshit. And this is why. The concept of black identity extremists appear to be entirely new. Foreign Policy found only 5 references to the term in Google search. All were to law enforcement documents about domestic terrorism from the last 2 months. And here is the real deal. Among the 6 acts of premeditated violence linked to black identity extremists, in other words, they only found 6 acts of premeditated violence in the entire country linked to any group that was considered truly extreme. It excludes. That means it has absolutely nothing to do with violence towards police carried out in the normal course of their duties. So basically, my friend Stacey Hopkins on Facebook shared this with me. She is a beautifully intelligent black lady here in the state of Georgia. This is the most racist document I've ever seen in my 42 years in America, Tim. And I just wanted to illuminate this because here is who isn't on it. The Ku Klux Klan, okay, who want to dominate the country and kill people. The Nazi organization, that there was a world war, who just killed someone this week, screaming Heil Hitler. The people, remember all those people saying, Hail Trump, Heil Hitler. How are those people not on this list? But black identity extremists. You know who that is? Every single black person in the United States who says, I'm black, stop fucking killing me.
Yep.
You hear me? That includes you, Tim Black, everybody. And who's on the list is environmental activists. Animal rights activists are on this list. All black people in the United States, but not those white supremacist groups, not the Ku Klux Klan, not nobody. And the FBI, that has got to be the most racist thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. This document shouldn't even exist. This story shouldn't exist. Whoever is the head of the FBI is just, wow. I don't even know what to say. And so I urge everybody to look that up, and I don't want to run over, so I'm just going to get out of here, Tim. I appreciate it.
Man, thank you, Dave, for the phone call, man. I appreciate it. Wow. I'm going to invite Stacey Hopkins on the show, man. I meant to do that because she was brought to my attention like a couple months ago. Once again, I was at one of these public events, and somebody was like, Tim, Stacey Hopkins. You gotta look her up, gotta get her on the show. So that's something I definitely want to do. I'm going to do it. Gosh, man. Thank you, Dave. Look, you know what? One of the things I have a hard time with is the people who are on the left, who make an issue like you just explained a small thing. They tell you that's not important. That's not important, Tim Black. That's identity politics. Let's focus on issues that affect us all. All issues should affect us all. Do you understand how that sounds to me? When it's an issue affecting, like me, people that look like me, and I say, hey, this is an issue, and you go, no, that's identity politics. We got to focus on issues that affect us all. What they mean are issues that affect them. Because I'm an all. I'm not an all. I'm not one of y'all. I'm not an all. Like, aren't we all? Aren't we all part of the all? So I can't rock with it, man. I cannot rock with it. Cannot rock with it at all. Not chilling with it. I'm not smoking to it. I'm not slow dancing to it. I'm not playing spades to it. I'm not playing dominoes. Rugby. What is it? Rugby? I don't know. What's this board game? Bridge. Who the hell plays bridge? I don't even know. This is a game that you hear Archie Bunker play. I'm gonna play some bridge, Edith. But I'm not cool with it. You know what I mean? And it's something that I've noticed for quite some time, folks. But thank you, Dave, for your phone call. Very important information about the black identity politics, or black identity, not black identity politics, black identity, radical, extremist. But and that's part of the thing. They think Richard Spencer's fine. He's just giving freedom of speech. He's just saying what's on his mind. These are good people. I mean, he's not a bad person. I don't like him, but you shouldn't get upset. Like, it's just people just don't. We have a hard time relating to one another about what's important and why, and putting in context history. It's like you can't leave out history. All right, I'm gonna go to the next call. I could be here all day on this issue. Thank you, my friend. Hey, going on. I have a 773 number in the house. You're live on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Who's this?
Me.
Hey.
That's me, Tim. I'm Barrel House Bonnie from Chicago. How are you doing?
I'm good. How you feeling?
I'm good, and I've been following this conversation, and I agree. I think we got to step back and show a little love to each other. That's all. This is just a very simple word, and I would like to share a song in regard to this tonight. So without further ado, an old Sunday school song for everyone, non-denominational, so it doesn't separate people. Everybody sing. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, let anyone blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. All around the big wide world. I'm gonna let it shine. All around the big wide world. I'm gonna let it shine. All around the big wide world. I'm gonna let it shine. 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 I'm not high. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You're
sister.
welcome. Have a good evening.
You too. Oh, man. I love it. I love it. And look, guys, it's 5 minutes. 5 minutes of fun. And we need that. Look, I'm not here to preach to you about what I do a little preaching, but I'm not trying to be your pastor or anything. But I will tell you, there are good people, all right? I just want to remind you, even though we got some horrible people, we got some degenerates, we got people who touch themselves, pleasure themselves in the potted plants in front of women in public places. But we have good people too who call up on the Tim Black Show and play a song of upliftment to the masses. And we got great people. So keep that in the back of your head, man, when you're dealing with online trolls and when you're dealing with other BS. All right? That's all I'm saying. Put it all in perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
That's all I'm saying, man. I'm looking out for you. 661, you're live Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hi, Tim. It's Trudy. Hang on, let me mute you. Okay. Before I get into what I wanted to talk about, I want to say I had just heard this Turkish proverb that just really touched me. It's God made low-hanging branches for birds that don't fly very well. Isn't that cool?
Wow. Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh. Okay. What I really called about is the Women's March. You know, they say they want everyone to participate, men, women, kids. So why do they call it Women's March? Why separate ourselves by gender or any of that? It just really bothers me. And why do they have such a stink about Bernie being the speaker when the other man, I can't think of his name right now, something El Fayed, I think. He's running for governor of Michigan on Bernie's platform, but they don't want him there. Lost you.
I hear you.
Oh, okay. You're just so darn quiet.
Yeah, it's your call, sis. It's your call, sis. It's your time. Your time.
Well, I'm not used to doing all the talking. That's really just my gripe for the night.
Oh, okay. Well, Trudy, I appreciate you now.
But, sorry?
I said I appreciate you calling.
Oh, well, one more thing I wanted to say about the, did you see this DNC insane woman? She said, the reason we need superdelegates is because we know the candidates personally, and we know whether we can work with them or not. And I'm thinking, shit, we choose the candidate, and you work with them for us, damn it. You don't say who you can work with and who you can't.
Right.
We say who you're going to work with. That's all I have to say.
Look, I appreciate you. I do, Trudy. Now, Trudy, I will respond. I will respond to your question, or actually your gripe, okay? I have no problems with there being a women's march. No problem at all. The reason why I don't have a problem is because I recognize that some issues are specific to women. You have to agree with that. There's some things that are going on in this country that do impact women in a different way. Right? Like, and they're not saying, I'm not saying they shouldn't have Bernie or whoever this gentleman is who's running on this platform speak. But if that group decides that they would rather not, that's up to them. You know? I don't look at it as divisive. I look at it like, if you have specific issues that you want to address and you want to do that within your own group or whatever, what connects you is these issues that are pertinent and sort of special to you, fine. That's it. Now, if you want to open it up and you want to include others, you can do that too. Like any private group can do that type of thing, and I don't have a problem with it. And I just don't have a problem with it. If you're not just looking for maximum exposure, where you wouldn't want a person like Bernie Sanders, most popular politician in America right now, to like open it up but not be the keynote. The keynote was a woman. He was just going to open it up, and there were several other women who, such as Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris, who were unable to attend. I would actually think Bernie's more popular than both of them, but that's not my choice. So I'm okay with that. It's just the outrage I thought was unnecessary. Like, you know, he didn't volunteer himself. He was asked to attend. He was asked to speak. So now he's rescinded his offer. He's got other things to do, and I think he should. And I think it's just a bunch of drama at this point. But no, like, I recognize, and believe me, I'm not one of these people that just jump on that type of thing, you know, and women and this and what, you know, and you know, it's all about, you know, our sex organs. No, but look, I recognize there are other issues for women. Look at what's going on now with the abortion law, what they're trying to do, right? So, like, maybe that's an issue. Maybe there's some other things that I'm not even privy to that are issues that they want to have in the forefront. So I'm with that. I went to the Million Man March, and I didn't feel bad that it was just black men trying to find solutions for our community. Of course, the media painted it in a negative light. I was a young man going there to make, you know, contact with people, meet people, and to discuss what I should do to be a better father. And a lot of marches aren't about that, you know. And this is like a personal thing, so that's why I went. Anyway, that's how I feel about it. That's what's up with me. So, but I respect your opinion on it, you know. And yeah. Next call. You know, 510 in the house. What's up, 510? You're live on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Tim, Bruce from Oakland. How are you tonight?
What's up, Bruce? I'm good, man.
Good. Yeah, just been watching all the BS happening on Twitter and everything else between Zach and Jeff and you and HA, and it's like, you know, totally nuts. I don't understand what's going on, why it started, how it started, but whatever. Somebody's lost their mind up north, I'll tell you that. But you and Jeff and HA, I still got all you guys back, so I'm sorry to see that you and HA aren't going to do the Monday night thing anymore, but hey, it is what it is. HA has his points of view. Some I agree with, some I don't. Same with you.
Yep.
And it always will be that way.
No doubt.
But I've been following you since the Tamir Rice video that you did, and I'll never stop.
Damn.
That's all there is to it. And I haven't called in a while, and because a lot of this stuff that's been happening the last couple of weeks been bugging the snot out of me. I talked to a buddy of mine. He's an Iraq and Afghanistan war veteran who watched the taxi cab video from Las Vegas. He says no less than 6 positions were used to fire from. So let that be a thought. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got, Tim. Is I got your back, always have, always will, man.
Hey, thank you, Bruce, man. I appreciate you, man. And yeah, I saw you online now. I remember, Bruce. I think I saw you tweet something, and I think I responded about how long you've been hanging in there with me, man. I appreciate it, Bruce. It's very moving. You know what I mean? You know, I met Jeff in real life, and we kicked it. You know what I mean? We talked. Seemed like a really nice guy, good guy, and had conversations with him. You know what I mean? When you meet people, like I said, when you meet people and talk to them, you know, it takes things to a different level, you know? There was some drama going on between Jeff and Zach, and I wanted to resolve it. I wanted Zach to come on the show. I invited Zach on my show. I invited Caitlin and Zach on my show at the same time. And then I saw all this drama going on Twitter, and I was like, this needs to be resolved. I don't want my channel to be in the middle of a beef. I just don't want it to be in the middle of a beef. Won't you come on the show and you two guys talk it out? I don't agree with Jeff on everything.
90 seconds.
I said I don't agree with Jeff on everything, and I don't agree with you on everything. Come talk it out. He didn't want to. And then I said, well, if you're not going to talk it out, then I don't want to be in the middle of it, And it just, all hell broke loose. All hell broke loose. I had not even announced the show yet. He did. So, look, it is what it is. H.A. Goodman and I, we just have different opinions. Things change, and H.A.
60 seconds.
H.A. wanted to go another way. People are still to this day accusing me of treating him badly and all this stuff. It's just ridiculous, man. H.A. had been telling me for a couple months that his politics was changing. His focus was changing. And then one day he decided that he wanted to change. What you want me to do? And I wish he would just put it that simple so I could stop getting people calling me and asking me or people hitting me up on Twitter. It was his decision. I didn't fire him. I didn't kick him off my show. But for the record, I was doing No Sellouts is my show. I was doing it before I knew who H.A. Goodman was. I had other people on No Sellouts before H.A. And I've learned a valuable lesson.
10 seconds.
I will never make anyone else that much a regular on my show. Can you imagine, Bruce, can you imagine there are people saying that you can't do No Sellouts anymore because HA's not there, when it's my show. It's never been on anyone else's channel but mine. I created it. That's it. But people are really like, can you believe that? It's like, where's the respect, man? And I don't want to make it, it just feels like, I don't want to say it's racist, but damn, it feels bigoted. Like H.A., I've been on YouTube like 3 years longer than H.A. 3,000 videos. How many videos H.A. has? I don't know. I don't know how long he's been on YouTube. But I know I didn't know H.A. till last year. I know that. And there's still these people popping up. As if H.A. created No Sellouts and H.A. started the show. And that's not it at all, man. It's not. And so it really bothers me. And I've learned, like I said, I've learned a lesson about collaborations and what they mean and how other people take them. And for people just coming in who don't have time to do background, they don't go on abouts and read what you did and look what you did before and look what you were doing now and look at how long you've been around and look how long this person's been around. And they don't do all that, So I've learned a valuable lesson. Now I know why people like, certain people do things on their own, and then some people have people that they interact with in the real world a lot more. And they're like, I look at what Lee Camp does. Those people come to a studio. He knows them personally, and I'm chilling with that. And Lee's local to me, and we're gonna be able to go to the do the Philly show, then go to Portland and go to Richmond in person, develop more of a relationship. I look at what Jimmy Dore does. Jimmy works with Steph Zamaro and Ron Placone in real life, and all the other great people that work with Jimmy. They know each other. They probably go out for drinks. They know each other intimately. You know what I'm saying? And that's important. Like, what I'm building is real, and I've dedicated my life to it. It's my career now. I've been doing it almost 5 years, and I'm not going back, and I'm not doing anything else except, like, doing different things around it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to clear that up, man, and I know a lot of people will probably still have questions. That's all I got to say. I don't hate anyone, all right? But this is the way I feel. I'm going to call out Trump when Trump's wrong. When I feel he's wrong, I'm calling him out. Period. I don't care what show I'm on. I don't care whose platform I'm on. I'm calling them out. When I feel like the CIA is wrong, I'm calling them out. When I feel like the DNC is wrong, I'm calling them out. When I feel like whatever I feel is what I'm doing. And I will not change that because somebody else on my show. So there you go. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah, that's it, man. And everybody's entitled to their own opinions. And everybody's entitled to run their shows the way they want to run them. And think what they want to think and all that stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to police other people. And for the record, like, I wish everybody well, man. But man, one monkey don't stop no show, and we all got to keep doing what we're doing if we're serious about it. So let's keep doing what we're doing. And the world ain't over, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go to the next call. I want to thank you for hanging in there while I elaborate a little bit, because people like Bruce, who has been around, who has been down since Tamir Rice, and that's been, 3 years almost, He didn't pressure me. Like, you know, you heard a great call, gracious call from the heart. But I wanted to give Bruce more context because Bruce is my guy. He's not accusing me of taking Soros money. He's not accusing me of working with the Koch brothers. He's not accusing me of making people become Democrats. He's not accusing me of any of that. He's just my guy. He's a friend. He's real. So he deserves, I felt I wanted to give him. He didn't deserve, I felt like I wanted to give him a little bit more. So there it is. Now, all I can do is get Bruce to donate more to the show. Go to TimberlakeTV.com, donate to the show, become a member on Patreon. TimberlakeTV.com sponsors this show. That's who sponsors the show, not nobody else. And great people like Doug, who hit me up today, and Jose, who hit me up on Twitter. Like, these are people who support the show. And all my Patreons, man, these are real people, man. They don't got big money. They don't work for big companies. You know, they're just regular folks who found a way to put $1 aside or $2 aside or $5 or $10 aside. Some people $20, you know, like aside for this platform. And I just want those people to know a little bit more because this ain't TV. We are real, man. We're not scripted. You know, I'm not. And I think you deserve a little bit more if you want it. And I shouldn't say deserve because you don't deserve more, but you know what I mean? Like, I just felt moved to do it, to give a little bit more. And it's not to demonize anyone. Why? I don't know why people say it's demonized and say somebody supports Trump. I'm not demonizing somebody. How does that make you a demon? You only had two choices. And some people are so locked into what's going on with the CIA, what's going on with the deep state, what's going on with the Democratic Party, that they are by default feeling this way about Trump because they feel like that's their only fighter in the ring. I don't agree. I feel that I need to hit him too because his policies suck. Okay? To me, a lot of them. 90% of them. So that's my vantage point. And there's room for me to be me. There's room for HA to be HA. There's room for Jeff to be Jeff. There's room for everyone else to be everyone else. And why are we fighting amongst each other for viewership? Go make new fans. Make more fans. I don't know. Like, yo, I don't think Jimmy Kimmel fights with Jimmy Fallon about who, like you know, like, why are we... All right, I'm going on and on. Let me stop. I just don't get it. 985, you're live on Freedom Friday. What's your name? Where you calling from?
This is Red Rabbit in Louisiana, Stan.
Red, what's up, man?
Oh, not much. I'm impressed with what you're thinking about going with Duck, Duck, Go.
Yeah.
Which also reminds me, you're familiar with Saying Progressive. I think you've had her on your show. She's gone over to... what is it? BitChute.
Okay.
Because, I mean, she's going to keep her site on YouTube but she basically kind of left because of the same thing. She's focusing more on BitChute because just the censorship and stuff, because she put up some videos and they didn't go. She said they didn't show, so. You're not alone. Apparently, a lot of people have been complaining about it. So
right,
but
absolutely.
And as far as what's his name, AJ, I'm taking your side. I respect him. I appreciate what he did, but he seemed to go into the and that's his right. That's what he's into. He's investigating the Hillary thing. I don't think Hillary's going to run again. I don't think she's going to end up going to prison. So, you know, he's got his books out. So, but I support you. I support what you do. And listen to you, as I told you last time, 3 years or whatever, 2-3 years. Still got to check in and hear you, hear the word. So there you go. So you can go to BitChute or Duck, or both.
Hey.
Duck, go.
Duck, duck, go,
Is that
bro.
what you're going to do, you think?
Yeah, man. I'm, you know, I use that as my browser, my default browser now, and I'm just getting used to it. But yeah, man, like, we're getting tracked all over the internet, man. It's horrible.
Yeah. Well, Big Brother's been here.
Yes, sir.
He ain't going anywhere.
Nah.
This ain't nothing new. So
Right.
I'll let somebody else get through. Have a good one.
All right, bro. Thank you so much for the call, man. Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. I'm just trying to do my part. Like, you know, I know it's not everything. It's like people, they say take your money out of these big banks, you know? Like, yeah, you might not have a lot of money in them, but every little bit helps. So they don't need me to use my data. Get somebody else's data, you know? I'm already on Facebook because I got a platform on Facebook. I can't leave Facebook. Biggest platform there is. You know, so like I got to stay on it. I got 70,000 people on Facebook, 75,000 followers on Facebook. I got to stay there. People be cut out. But, like, I am trying to mitigate the amount of spying that they're doing. I'm trying to dodge the spy missiles, I'm doing, I'm trying to dodge the spy missiles. All right, now, thank you so much. 847, you're live on Freedom Friday. What's up? How you doing?
Oh, hey, Tim. Cool. Yeah, it's my first time calling in. I've been listening to you for like about 2 years now. And I want to backtrack to a couple callers ago. Someone was talking about Emma Vigeland's interview with someone at the Unity Commission, and man, she was just so condescending. It was, why do we need superdelegates? And I got to applaud people who go to these things and talk to these people, because it's so hard to not get angry when you're being spoken down to by someone who thinks they're better than you just because, they're rich or whatever. And the caller pointed out just how wrong that thinking is. It's not about who you can work with. It's about who we want you to work with.
Bam.
And Jimmy points this out a lot all the time about how he doesn't want to interact with behind the scenes. He doesn't want to be friends with, people from MSNBC and whatnot, because when you know people personally, you're going to attack them less because he makes, always makes a point of, I'm sure so-and-so is very nice to their, family and whatever, because, you got to separate someone in their private life from their job. But yeah, it's, I just find it very hard to believe anything that the Democrats are saying right now with this Unity Commission, because they're all like, unify behind us. And we're like, yo, we're the base. We're your base, and they're not going anywhere with us. It's time to draft Bernie for a People's Party. It's time for a fucking revolution, because they are not listening. They don't have any of our interests in mind, and it's so important to support people like you, anyone who's, an independent voice. I give a little bit every month to, probably like my top 10 folks that I listen to, because, it's messed up right now. On one of Jimmy's premiums, he was going through like all the videos that had been demonetized, and he was like kind of freaking out, like, holy crap, it's my whole channel. Sorry, pardon my language. Yeah, I don't know. It just was frustrating and feeling very ascended to with this whole let's hold hands and unite behind our center-right policies. It's messed up, man. Anyways, I just want to call in and say, I love you, everything you do, and, try and support you every month. I'm going to, I got a couple T-shirts. I'm always trying to, do whatever I can, and just keep it up, Tim. You're the man.
Oh, man.
Seriously.
Great call, and not just because you gave me a lot of props either, but it was a great call, man. Please keep calling in.
Yeah, anyways.
Thank you so much, sis. Wow. Yeah, man, it's really, you know what, I want to be, I can't say what I want to say. Let me give you 20 seconds. I know what Jimmy says about when you meet people in person. That was sort of like what I was saying. Like, I've met a lot of people in person. You know what I mean? And they were good people. There are people saying things about people that I know personally where I don't agree, and, they're not in power. They're talking about people I met at places that these people were just at. They don't run anything. You're mad at the wrong people sometimes. The people who don't run anything. They're just fighting like you. Maybe doing a little bit different than you. Maybe a couple of issues they see a little different than you. But you're beating up the wrong people. All right, go to the next call. 719. Hey, how you doing?
Hi, this is Mike Dan.
What's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm all right.
Good.
This is I'm a first-time caller.
My brother, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Hey, listen, there's a lot of stuff you've been talking about tonight that I want to cover, but the most important thing I want to cover for you right now, because I feel so badly for you, with all the criticism you've been getting about you and HA, I want you to understand something. I know, I've heard HA talk about you, and he loves you. And I know you love that guy. You guys are good friends. And you're always going to be good friends, as far as I can tell. And when you listen to other people, and they criticize you about this whole thing, they tell you, well, it was his show, it's not your show. You know that's a bunch of baloney. You can't take it seriously, man, because you know these guys just like divide and conquer. You know, these guys are just getting under your skin. Don't let that happen, please.
Right.
You know. Now, I'm past that. I want you to know that, as far as I'm concerned, my heroes are you, Jimmy Dore, H.A. Goodman, Nico House, and Lee King.
Wow.
You guys are the truth tellers. There aren't any other truth tellers, man. Don't let anybody bring you down because you guys are at the top. These other people that are throwing out the fake news and they're doing this nonsense on mainstream media, those are the losers. You guys are the winners.
Wow.
You understand?
Yeah, bro.
I want you to hear that, man. That's from my heart, you know?
Yeah. I hear you, man.
Now, as far as there's other stuff, you know, you talk about tonight about black identity. That's all about divide and conquer. That's all propaganda. That's designed to make us turn against each other. That's all that is. And if we can, and we got to remind each other of that through you and through HA and through others who are really giving us the truth. We got to be reminded. You know, like Noam Chomsky talked about, you know, the manufacture of consent. Well, that's exactly what the hell that is. You know, and as far as Black Lives Matter goes, you know, Black Lives Matter is a very critical, important movement, and I'm so happy that they have gotten together and they've organized as well as they have to be able to do what they've done, because they've brought attention to the real problems. And look, you know, I know that police officers when they attack blacks and kill them, and when they do what they do to homeless people and to the mentally ill, hey man, you know, these guys are like, it's like they don't, I don't know, it seems like they just don't care. And I've talked about this with other people, and I know that police chiefs are involved in promoting, you know, letting it continue. The police unions are involved in hiding it, sweeping it under the rug. And the KKK is involved in a lot of police officer systems, and more so in certain places than others, you know, and it's a real problem. And no one's doing anything about it, and everybody's trying to sugarcoat it. And you can't sugarcoat something like that, because this is the kind of stuff that just is going to keep us from being able to form a third party without being able to pull together. That third party idea is in the wind. It's gone. And I'm done talking. I want you to know you are my hero. Thank you for being there, man.
Man, wow, brother. You don't know how much I need to hear that, man. I appreciate it all the way. And that's something, man, that you try to keep in mind, is that's a responsibility, my brother. You know, like when you say something like that, that's a responsibility on us. I tell you this, I've had conversations with Nico where I told Nico, just hang in there. Hang in there, you know, because he's the youngest of the four people you just mentioned. And he feels sometimes that he doesn't get the respect he thinks he deserves because he's so young. I said, dude, just hang in there till 2020. You'll be an OG. You know what I mean? And you'll have all this time under your belt. Just keep going. Just don't quit. And if you feel like you're going to quit, you call me and we'll talk it out. Lee Camp. Lee Camp's been there for me when I had questions about how to deal with Trump. And I was like, Lee, man, what are we going to do? How are we going to handle Trump so we don't seem like mainstream media? And he said, Tim, just hit him on the issues. Just hit him on the issues. And I respect the hell out of that. And that's what I do. I don't hear, I make jokes, but it's nothing like Seth Meyers or, freaking, Jimmy Kimmel. And it's nothing like that. I'll make one joke and keep it moving. And I got a lot of Hillary jokes and a lot of Donna Bazile jokes and a lot of Debbie Wasserman Schultz jokes and a lot of other people jokes. You know what I mean? It just depends on whoever I'm covering. I'll make jokes about whoever it is. But anyway, man, let me go to the next call, man. Thank you so much for that call. I needed to hear that. H.A. Goodman and I, we're going to give us a little bit of time. We're going to let it breathe a little bit. There has been no blow-up calls. No, none of that. I told H.A., give me a couple of days. We'll talk again. I wish you the best. You're my brother. And then we'll circle back. I got a show to do. My first stand-up routine, I'm going to be doing that live in front of people in Philly in less than 24 hours. So I got a lot going on. I don't want to be thinking I don't want any drama with I'll talk to H.A. this weekend. That's my brother. And it's not a big deal. We've talked and talked, but we'll talk again, So thank you so much for the call, man. Right on point. 314. You're live on the Tim Black Show. How you doing?
Hello?
Hey, what's up,
Tim,
man?
What's going on? It's me, Dime Bag. How y'all doing?
Dime Bag in the house. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. The no sellouts, I'm going to miss AJ, but, I've been watching before he was even ever brought on the show. If it wasn't for no sellouts, I wouldn't even know who AJ Goodman was. So, so it's no big deal. I kind of seen it coming. You can just tell. And in kind of a way, I kind of get AJ to an extent. For it's like whenever time I see Trump do something dumb or stupid, I don't really trip off the stupid antics he pull and stuff because that's just him. That's just him playing the media. I just rather look at his policies. But when every time I see Trump do something horrible, I just look back and this the Democratic Party's fault. I don't see it no other way. I don't mind calling out Trump. I think you should call him out on his policies. But at the end of the day, you call Trump out on his policies, but make sure you throw the Democratic Party in there because they're the main reason why he's even allowed to do this stuff. So I continue to watch No Sellouts. It's no big deal. I like H.A. Goodman, but if it wasn't for No Sellouts, I wouldn't even know who he was because I watched No Sellouts before he was ever on the show. So I wouldn't even trip off of it, my brother. They'll sling the poo and stuff, You know how it is, man.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to just sit around and beat a dead horse or anything like that. There's been so much stuff going on, even with, I know it's old, but with the Jamel Hill stuff, her and the ESPN ordeal and, with the kneeling with the flag, the NFL stuff going on, the real reason why people is, getting their pennies in a bunch over NFL players kneeling. It's because they're straight black males that's doing it. The person that started as a straight black male. If it was anybody else, they wouldn't have been tripping off of that like that. That scares them. And I'm just being honest. I see it all the time. Because when I talk to people, and I ask them, I'll say, well, how is he disrespecting the flag? Well, they're rich, or these rich whiners. It's like, just because you got money, you don't that excludes your rights as a citizen. So I see that. That's the only reason why. And we all know who the main culprits behind the complaining about them guys kneeling, So, but I just want to say, man, you inspire me, and I appreciate what you do. I started my own channel. I don't want to do any self-promotion or anything, but I started my own channel because of people like you, man. You were brave enough to get in front of a camera, and try to speak truth to power. And, I see y'all get attacked and other YouTubers that actually really want to inform the public, and you get attacked. I see it. I might not comment or say anything, but I go on Twitter and I read through the BS that's on there. I see what goes down on there. Sometimes I indulge in the ignorance because I look for it as entertainment, but then sometimes I just read the comments and keep it moving. But I'm not blind to the fact I know what's going on. So I just want to say, man, just stay strong, brother. You know, we need more people like you, man. You inspired me. I started my own channel basically just seeing some of the stuff you and other YouTubers go through, you know, and I figured if they attack one, if more pop up, and make it more difficult to keep on, you know, attacking certain people because they got offspring popping up. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. The message is getting out there, and we listening, man. And oh yeah, the F Your Statue T-shirt fits good, you know. So I just want to say thanks, man, and stay strong. I don't see any beef between you and H.A. I watched No Sellouts for Monday, and then I seen the H.A. Goodman video, so I didn't see any beef. I just feel like H.A. don't want to, you know, go after Trump because I feel like he warned people that this was going to happen, so why should he attack Trump when the Democratic Party did this? So I get both sides, you know, so just stay strong, my brother, and, you know, I'll continue to watch the show and stuff because I enjoy it, and I just want to say the hell with the resistance, open rebel, and keep it moving. Thanks, Tim, man. I love you, brother.
Love you back, brother. I appreciate it. I'm glad you started a YouTube channel. It's probably Dime Bag TV or something, but yeah. And Dime Bag, man, yeah, man. It's all love, man. It really is, man. And you're right. Like we need to multiply. We need to multiply, people. Let's do like that. Let's keep growing. Go start something. Give it a shot. You might like it. You might find it rewarding to get your thoughts out and get them out of your body. And instead of like making your wife hate you or get tired of hearing it, or your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, or your dog, you know, or your neighbors, like tell the world. Tell the world, and there'll be people who want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I see it. Yep. And let me make sure I got my 510. I got my 843. No, let me try my 843. 843, how you doing?
Hey, Tim, it's Autumn.
Hey, Autumn, what's up, sis? How you doing? What's going on?
You know what? I think I told you. I had to go to the shrink and get on, like, meds because everything was, like, totally out of control. But I'm back fully on fire, and you know what? Here's the thing, Tim. I have figured out there are people like you who are producers, and there are people like me who are promoters. So it's up to me to promote you.
Wow. I need it.
And I will be super duper happy to do that because you know what, you are like such an amazing person. Number one, you're nice, you're humble, you're bright, you know, and if you make mistakes, then you like step back and you're like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So anyway, your girl is like back in fine form, and yeah, I am going to do everything I can to promote the Tim Black show.
I'm gonna send you some
You know
stuff.
what?
I'm gonna send you some stuff for the real world,
You
man.
know, and here's the thing, Tim, because you know, here's a weird thing with what's his name? Keith Ellison. One of his top books that he promotes is a white guy who wrote about white people in Appalachia, right?
Right.
And who the hell reads that book, right? That was like totally amazing, totally beautiful. He died, unfortunately, a couple of years ago. Absolutely brilliant. But here's the thing, Tim. This guy was like all over it, like in Australia, in Italy, New Zealand. Everyone wanted to listen to like how things work in the U.S. And that's how I see you, my friend. Because unfortunately, in this country, I don't see you like, really having like a great platform. So yeah, I am going to like promote you internationally.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
And aside from, what happened with H.A. Goodman, the only reason I ever watched him, because I find him very painful to watch, was because of you. Period. I only ever watched him on your show. And I wish him well. I really do. But, I think you have always kept it real, and you understand nuance. You understand that people, have like different like things going on in their life, and nothing is ever black or white with you. And you have like lived in the streets, and you've lived as a poor person, and like now I guess like a semi decent person, but still you understand how ordinary people think and feel and the problems that we face. So anyway, I just want to call in and tell you I love you, and you know what? I am doing my damnedest to get you some promotions.
Well,
what's up?
Well, Autumn, all I can tell you is thank you so much, and I want to send you some buttons and stuff, and some stickers and stuff to help you with the promotion in the real world, because I got some stuff hanging around, and maybe that'll help you out. You know what I mean? So to something that you can physically have that you can hand out or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Business cards and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you need to be out there, and people need to hear you and your voice. And I mean, Tim, you're like one of the most honest people out there ever.
Wow, that's a big look, Autumn. Thank you so much, little sis. I appreciate you so much. And wow, I don't know what else to say except I'm glad you're on my side, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.
All right, love you. Bye.
Love you back. Yeah, man, I'm still trying to learn how to take compliments, you know what I mean? But I do want to say this. There are probably people who were fans of H.A. who watched me only because they wanted to watch H.A. So, we keep that in mind as well, right? So, this is my channel. These are my fans for the most part, and this is how they feel. But Dime Bag was split. I see both of your sides, which is cool. Autumn obviously feels the way she feels, but I'm sure there's people on the other side who feel the other way. And that's cool too. It's all good. 510-843. I think I have one last call in the queue. 650, you're live with Tim Black. How you doing?
Well, my goodness, Tim Black, it's Dr. Bruce. How you doing?
Hey, man, thank you, Dr. Bruce. Look, man, I'm going to be quiet. I want you to talk because you got cut off the last time you called in.
I don't take it personal. I know how it works. But I am gonna try to max out my 5 minutes because I want to talk about something medical that nobody else is talking about. Your favorite and mine, Hillary Clinton. And you do know she has that diagnosis of a toe fracture that they made a big deal about.
Right.
Interestingly, there are numerous medical studies out there over the last several decades that talk about the risk of fractures, the increased risk of fractures with Parkinsonism. Oh, yes, I'm back on that. And I'm just going to talk about the risk, okay? Now, some of the studies suggest there's an increased risk because of the type of falls that Parkinson's patients have. And we've seen the videos of it plenty of times, her specifically especially. And that is that when they fall, it's out of the blue, and they don't even have a chance to put their arms out, or they are unable to put their arms out because of the Parkinsonism and the decreased reflexes. But in any case, they fall flat like a board. Remind you of anything? 9/11?
Wow.
And so because of the way they fall, there's an increased risk of fracture, at least by some studies. Other studies say that there's an increased risk of fracture because of the medications that are used to treat it, especially levodopa, which is one of the main ones that's used. And a number of the medications increase the risk of osteoporosis, which is a decrease in bone density. And once you have that, you have an increased risk of fractures. I don't know if you think it's strange that somebody fractures their toe the way it's described by her or her staff, whoever it was to put the message out there, that she, caught her foot on stairs, et cetera, but that's a little strange. Most people, when they break their toe, at least people I've seen in my office, it's because they hit it on something hard, like, they got up in the middle of the night and they stubbed their toe on the edge of the bed, boom, and then it's hurting, and hey, it's actually a fracture. Yeah. Breaking it with your heels on, that's a little different, because the shoe is actually protection to the toes. It's hard to fracture a toe when you're wearing a shoe, because the shoe acts as protection. It keeps the toes moving in unison rather than independently. So all the toes have to move in one direction or the other to get the fracture. It doesn't usually happen that way. Almost always a person's barefoot.
Wow.
Now, adding to that, we do remember what happened on that 9/11 tape. Falling like a board, very stiff, unable to move, at least fluidly, and the shoe came off. Once that happens, all bets are off. So maybe that's the way it might have happened. But in any case, I think this is just more fuel for the potential of a Parkinsonism diagnosis going on. I just wanted to bring that up. I know I got a few more minutes, so I want to say that with all the discussions, you made a very nice video, by the way, that talked about the collusion with Russia between Obama and the Clinton Foundation, and they got caught. Everybody needs to listen to that, because Tim Black's analysis was concise, to the point. It got it all in there, and I was able to throw it to some friends. So please, audience, listen to that if you haven't already. And I want to say the reason people are hating so much about the HA and Tim Black split up is you shouldn't be ashamed of it. You're a very generous person. We see it in your actions. You've made the statement yourself. You try to help people and bring them into the TV community, and that shouldn't be something that you say, oh, I shouldn't have done that, and people think it's HA show. Just because you promote HA on the show as much as you did, people can get confused, because you were generous. Because you sometimes had HA on the left-hand side of the screen and you're on the right-hand side of the screen, and there was no separation in that. It wasn't like Jimmy Dore's show where you could tell he's the star because he has his own little thing and then everybody else is off to the side. So I'm just saying that, you got to be you. You got to be generous, because that's who you are. That's what we love about Tim Black. And just keep it up, and you'll be fine. And the haters, they're going to go. They're going to leave you. They're going to go bye-bye. And that's okay, because you got so much more people coming in with the positive karma than leaving because of the negative that they want to see, and it's not even there. So just keep it up, Tim Black. Keep it up.
My brother, man. My brother Bruce, Dr. Bruce in the house. Thank you. And Nick, man, I appreciate you sharing that video and your analysis based on information that you have access to and your expertise on what may be the issue with Hillary Clinton. And I'll tell you, man, my wife said, Tim, why you got HA sitting on the left? And I didn't even think anything about it. And it was something like when we were using different platforms, it defaulted that way. And I didn't know how to switch it back. And I was like, I don't care. And now I know how to switch it, so sometimes I switch it. But she was like, and she told me, like, you need to, and I never even thought about it. So they thought that I was on HA's show on my channel. I don't know, man. I thought people knew, man. Momo Pineno created the No Sellout design for me. He's my guy. He created the design. HA didn't buy a shirt. I bought his shirt and sent it to him as a gift. I don't know. But I appreciate, you know what? And also, it is also a credit. The people that are upset, it's a credit to the show. People don't complain about something they hated going away. They kind of applaud, right? Like, woo, it's going away, yay. But the people that are pissed, they just want their show back. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, how could you take that bad, man? I got to get better at this stuff, Bruce, Red Rabbit, all you know, I got to get better, guys. I admit it. I got to get better at it a little bit. Like, you know, like I said, there's no there's no training course. There's no, you know, I don't have like there's no handbook on people caring about your show and public relations on it. Well, I guess there are public relation books. I guess I could look on this stuff, you know. But, you know, I didn't take a course on how to navigate relationships when they become business plus personal, plus then the audience of that. And, you know, like, you know, if we were real legit, we'd have had to sign confidentiality agreements. We'd have to, you know, like do all that stuff. You know, that's what they do. Like, there are other entities like BuzzFeed. When you leave BuzzFeed, you can't talk about BuzzFeed for a year. There's no such arrangement with HA and that. But I'm just saying, like, there are other entities where you can't just go and, you know, make a comment, like go on social media and say whatever you want. Like, those are grounds for suing. But I think I hit every call in the queue, man. And I'm really happy to be able to say we got everybody in. You know what I mean? And we had a full house tonight. Everybody showed up. People came down to represent. I appreciate you guys calling in, getting your thoughts. And remember, this show is brought to you by TimBlackTV.com. For $20, I give you a candle, the buttons, the stickers, the autograph picture. Send to Tim at TimBlackTV.com. I've decided it's $20. They're here. I have them. And if you want one, I only got 4 of them. So you got to email me first so I can let you know I still have them. And then you can do the transaction. But don't do the transaction until you talk to me, because they may go fast, and then I don't want to have to, you know, we're going to have the thing where I get your money and you can't get a candle, because I don't have that many of them. And I think to get more of them done, I have to work out a deal. Like, these were gifts to me from Nessa. I'm keeping one, but I'm not going to keep them all. And heck, I need a rental car. So, hey, there it is. I need a rental car, Nessa. And if we do more, and people really like them, because I think they will, then maybe Nessa can make some more, and I can work a deal with her to cover her expenses and make sure he makes a little something off them. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, look. Hey. We all we got, right? I know sometimes it gets trying or whatever. We all we got, and we got a good community going. And I'm going to try to be smarter going forward, not just because of HA, because of other stuff that's happened. Come on, these are unforced errors, right? You know, if you've been around a while, you've seen other stuff happen. It ain't just HA and me. It's other stuff that's happened. So I got to do a better job of managing who I associate with, what I do, how I handle things, all this stuff. I got to get better, man. That's all. I'm going to get better. Thank you for bearing with us as we grow. We got growing pains. I never had 100,000 subscribers on YouTube before. I never had 50,000 on Twitter. I never been verified on Twitter and Facebook at the same time. I never had all this, you know, going on. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. I'm learning. But, yeah, man. These stickers are cool. These stickers are cool. At Tim Black Show. All right. Let's close it up, all right? Let's close this down. I got to get ready for my show tomorrow in Philadelphia, and you got to go pick up tickets for my Richmond show with Lee Camp on December 2nd, all right? So here it is. Look, we got, like, people out there who mean well. You got people that mean well, people that don't mean so well, people that are in it for themselves, people who are in it for others. I'm only in politics because I found out after doing hundreds of videos that if I cared about certain issues, the only way I was going to get a change, is I had to go through politics. Politics changes policies. The things I want changed in America can't be changed by me saying nice things on the show. They have to be changed also through politics, policy, right? Executive orders that Trump has no problem signing that for some reason Obama was incapable of signing. And here's the deal.
You gonna eat your cornbread.
You got to know if you want to keep your cornbread. You got to know that you are in it for the long run. You have to know what you're committed to, what you're passionate about, and what's real to you. I'm just telling you how I am. I'm just telling you what's up with me. Why I do what I do. You got to know what you do, and you got to know why you do it. And you got to vet others and make sure they're doing it for the same reason as you think they are. As you think they are, all right? But what happens is we get turned on each other, man. There is a systematic strategy at play here to divide all of us up. We know that. Why? We know it because we can read. Correct the record was to piss you off. It was to divide the progressive movement, the left. That was real. They spent $1 million hiring people to chase people like me off the internet. And you, right? So that's what happens. But I'm not going to let them take my cornbread. I'm never going to lay down for them. Neither should you. But recognize the signs of BS. Because
nobody take no cornbread from me.
If you say nobody takes your cornbread, it can't just be a thing you say. You know, it's not this candle. Your cornbread is what you care about, what matters to you, what's important to you. Can't let nobody take that from you. Don't let anybody knock you off your square. But once you start doing that, once they see that, oh, these people are vulnerable, there they go. They're being all vulnerable. Look at them looking like a scared little kitty cat. Look at them. Look at the movement in shambles. Look at the people no longer uniting. Well,
maybe I ought to eat your cornbread.
That's when they circle around and they try to eat your cornbread. That's when they go in for the kill. That's when they try to destroy the remnants of whatever good that we have created and throw it in the air like confetti and then do the dab or something. And I know that was wrong, but it was all I got. I just decided that feeling like I'm doing the right thing, knowing in my heart I'm doing the right thing is more important than anything else. I don't need everything. I don't need the world. I don't need, don't get me wrong, I don't want to be a martyr. I don't want to be the guy, the poor Tim Black. I don't want to be that guy. I want a good life. But I'm not going to put the good life ahead of leading a good life. That's right. I'm not going to put trying to live the good life ahead of living a good life. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's the same words, but it's different. Inside, I feel different when I say it, you know? And that's important to me. I hope it's important to you, right? Because we need people who know the difference. And if you don't,
it's going to be consequences and repercussions.
Damn it, it's going to be consequences and repercussions. My favorite comedian is Dave Chappelle. He has a skit where he says, the cops shoot you in the alley and then they sprinkle some crack on you and you get out of there. Well, I flip the script and I say, whenever you got an argument with somebody, whenever you're trying to persuade them, trying to make them understand your point of view, whether it relates to politics, whether it be politics, social issues, whether it be, I don't know, gun control or lack of gun control, whether it be climate change or lack of climate change, whatever it is, whether it be Kaepernick kneeling or whether it be the Tiki Torch dude or whatever it is, and you see that you've done all you can, you said so much, this person ain't moving, all that's happening is you guys are becoming enemies. Well, hey, don't wait till it gets to that point. All you can do is you can
sprinkle some crack on them and get out of here.
You guys sprinkle some facts on them and get out of there. I'm Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you tomorrow, Philadelphia. We're going to rock the house. See me December 2nd at Ponies and Pints in Richmond, Virginia. Go to leecamp.com, leecamp.net. I think you got both of them. Go there. Go to my Facebook page. In my events section, you will see events for tomorrow and for in December in Richmond. And then you'll see another event in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it well. I'll see you on the next one. Until we meet again, come on, guys.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm out, guys. Thank you for calling. I love you. Facebook, Periscope, YouTube. Stand up.
Tim Black.
And iTunes. We're on iTunes, too. Blog Talk Radio on iTunes, man. Go to TimBlackTV.com to get to up and coming, hard-hitting news reports and commentary about issues that you give a damn about. I'm your guy. Leave no stone unturned. We're going to rock the world. I love you. I'm out.
I am TimBlack.com. Tim Black.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
So say good night to the bad guy. Come on.
Shout out to my moderators. My moderators, Momo Pineno, Amen Oz, Jennifer Vickers, my people on Facebook, you know who you are. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. My people on Periscope, thank you. My Periscope group is growing. Thank you, Periscope, for being there. Much love to you. My people on YouTube, Tim Black's Wolfpack all the way around. You know why I do what I do. Come on, you can look into my eyes. Look into my soul. I looked into his soul. I looked into his heart. I saw he was good. Oh, God, man. Oh, God.
Tim Black.
I looked into his soul.
Tim Black.